Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the D&N Show, where I am one half of your unified tag team champions of the internet, D-Nag, and below me is...
Mr.
Bruh.
Nah.
Not gonna lie,
That's gonna be my.
it didn't catch like any of that besides Mr. Nuts.
So what you're saying is I just screamed in my room for nothing.
Oh, you screamed for nothing. On our first topic of the day, we are talking about the NBA All-Star Saturday results. Very action-packed All-Star Weekend Saturday, I would say. First,
I want to know.
First on last night, we had the Skills Challenge, which was between the hometown All-Star, 3 people off of the hometown team that were in the All-Star game was hosted by, which was Indiana. So it was 3 people off of the Indiana Pacers team. And then another team was 3 people that are first-time NBA All-Stars this year. And then the third team was 3 first-round number 1 draft picks that have gone on the last 3 years, which was Paolo Banchero, from Orlando Magic, Anthony Edwards from Minnesota, and Victor Wembanyama from the Spurs this year. Which the number 1 draft picks team sucked major ass the entire time. I mean, they didn't even win a challenge because Anthony Edwards decided to shoot left-handed for some reason. And Paolo Banchero just can't shoot threes to save his life, so they didn't do well. So it was basically a really good matchup between the All-Stars team and the Pacers team, which they brought it down to the wire. Like, it had to, the very last challenge had to go down to the tiebreaker. Because the second challenge was the passing challenge, which you have to shoot. You basically have to pass through like certain like big like targets, but you can't shoot at the same target, and you can't have more than one person shooting at a target at the same time. So you have to keep alternating and switching around and passing. One goal was for 6 points, one was for 4, and one was for 2. Went right down to the wire. Both teams, both the Pacers team and the All-Stars team, they tied. So then it went down to the tiebreaker, the second round, which was how many passes were attempted at the 2-point, how many passes were attempted at the 4, and then 6. But the thing was, they tied on all 3 of those. So not only did they tie off points, they tied off the amount of passes they made. So then they had to not redo it, but then they had to go to a third round and do it again. After the Pacers team won the first round, I think it was. So then they ended up with 200 points, and then going down to the shooting one, which then the Pacers team won, which was really nice. Really nice to see. It was a good skills challenge. Next, on All-Star Saturday, you have the 3-point contest, which was Damian Lillard, Karl Anthony Towns, Tyrese Halliburton, Trae Young, and one other guy. I am not remembering what his name was. Well, which that one resulted in Maui. Anyway, which that resulted in Damian Lillard won the 3-point contest last year, and Karl Anthony Towns won the 3-point contest the year before him. So ironically, it went right down to both of them. Karl Anthony Towns and Damian Lillard were in the final round, which was really cool. And it took Karl Anthony Towns went first, and he got 24 points. which it seemed like the entire 3-point contest, it seemed like 26 points was the number of the night. Like, 3 or 4 guys ended up hitting 26 points to go into the second round, so they had to do a tiebreaker against them. But it took Damian Lillard down to the final shot of his round to beat Karl Anthony Towns for the 3-point contest championship. The first back-to-back 3-point contest champion since 2007.
Damn.
Yeah, so now he's back-to-back 3-point contest champ, which is a really good 3-point contest. It was really close. It was very competitive. But next after that was the very anticipated king of the 3-point contest versus Sabrina. I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but Sabrina Ionescu from the WNBA. She plays for the New York Liberty. Last year, in July, after she had broken the record for the most points in a 3-point contest, she missed her first shot and then went 25 of 26 to beat the record. Won that challenge. She immediately challenged Steph Curry to a 3-point contest. And Steph Curry accepted the challenge. So the first time in All-Star history, never seen before, was a WNBA versus an NBA challenge, where they only did 1 round each. And Sabrina went first. She hit 26 points in her round. She did pretty good because she originally was going to shoot from the WNBA line, but she ended up shortly before All-Star weekend, she decided she was going to shoot from the NBA three-point line. I can't speak English.
Yeah.
But she was still using the WNBA regulated balls. So it was still kind of the same thing. She just wanted to challenge herself for that one, which credit to that, because the WNBA line is a little bit closer to the basket, I think. I think it's like a foot or two closer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a foot or two close. But she shot from there, 26 points, which if she would have been in the actual 3-point contest for the NBA, she would have been like right down to the wire compared to those guys too, which was pretty cool. And then obviously Chef Curry, the king of 3-pointers and the leader of the all-time 3-point record, hit 29 points, and it was really exciting to watch, like, especially for being the first time you see anything like that. It was pretty nice. And it just, for some reason, his shot just looks so nice when he's hitting. It just looks like pure butter. He's really good at the 3-point shot, which credit to Sabrina for coming out and trying and challenging him, which was really nice. They brought out a custom-made title for, like, 3-point contest, and so he got it. And I think there's talks next year trying to make it a little bit different. Try to keep going with this, like, NBA versus WNBA version or challenge at the All-Star weekend, which I would love to see it because it's actually pretty nice. I mean, it's a nice change of pace compared to just being the NBA All-Star weekend, right, and then you have just the WNBA version whenever they have it. It's nice to bring them two together. Which there were talks of teaming up, which I would like to see. Steph Curry, Damian Lillard versus Sabrina versus the upcoming college women's basketball player for Iowa, Caitlin Clark.
Oh, dude.
Because she beat the most points. She now has the most points in NCAA women's history, I think. And
I think she first quarter she like tripled or doubled the amount of points that the opposing team had.
Yeah, she was.
I'm like, damn.
And then when she just had 3 points to beat the record, she just walked right across half court and shot it like she didn't give a fuck. Like, either that or bring Klay Thompson into it, where it's Steph Curry versus Klay, the Splash Brothers, versus Sabrina and Caitlin. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty nice.
I'm over here saying, sadly, I think the women might get the job done.
I know it's Chef Curry and Klay Thompson. That would be.
Nah. Just. Nah.
but either way, however they do it next year, because I know for a fact they'll probably do it next year. They'll talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Especially because it gives the women's NBA a new platform to try and promote, like, women can do whatever they want to
Right.
as long as they put their mind to it, kind of thing, is really cool. Because honestly, like, no hate, I could not tell you the last 3 WNBA champions ever.
Yeah.
I could not.
Well, that and NBA, I would say, is more mainstream
Yeah.
advertised.
Yeah.
More
The
than the
WNBA
WNBA. No.
Yeah,
Like, you know it exists. You just rarely see any advertisements for it.
Yeah, they don't really advertise it as much. It's just kind of there, like.
Yeah.
Which I think that they should get more publicity after this, which is why it was a good thing to see, because they finally actually get credit.
Yeah.
But then after that, then we had the last event of the Saturday, which was the NBA dunk contest, which was nice. It was all right. You had the returning champ, Mac McClung, which is currently in the G League, which somebody needs to get this man an NBA contract already.
Jesus.
Give this guy a chance to ball. Like, I get he's in the G League to progress, but he got like G League Rookie of the Year last year. Like,
someone sign him.
Give this man a spot on the lineup already. 2-time dunk contest champion, and you're sitting in the G League? Fuck is that?
That's when I would just do this. You coming to my team, boy.
Yeah, like, that's some bullshit. Like, not gonna lie. Which, he did pretty well, I think. The one problem I had with the dunk contest all night was they rule that you have 3 attempts within like 90 seconds. And if 3 attempts aren't made in those 90 seconds, you get 1 extra attempt. But what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to score the dunk off the individual dunk. They're not supposed to penalize for if you didn't make it the first time. But it really seemed like they were penalizing people for not making it the first time. Which was really dumb. Because there was a couple of them that should have been a high-scoring one, that since it was not made the first time, they got a lower score than the crowd and the commentary felt like they should have.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple times, like I said, they got a lower score than what they really should have. And these guys, the judges, were all like, I think 4 out of the 5 were dunk contest champions at one point, but they were penalizing them for not making it the first time.
That's weird.
Which, finally we get a big name guy participated in the dunk contest last night, Jaylen Brown. Not gonna lie, he did not do as good as I thought he would have. I mean, he got a lot of hate for one dunk he did. He tried to shout out to a past Boston Celtics player that participated in the dunk contest, and where this guy he dunked the ball while going like this and kind of the whole way, but he did that move too late. He got to the ground and then did it, and he got major boos for that. He dunked over a little short guy, Kai Sanat, I think his name.
Oh, yep.
He had him just sitting in a chair and he did that over him. That was not impressive. It was kind of ass. And then, not gonna lie, then the judges got so many boos throughout the whole night. It kind of sucked. And I mean, the dunk contest is one of those things where it's not like the 3-point contest where you can have just the limitless 3-point gods anymore in the NBA. There's only so much you can physically do to dunk a fucking ball in a hoop. There's only so much you're physically capable of doing before it becomes inhuman. And we've seen everything at this point. Any dunk that happens, unless they're utterly creative and explosive like Mac McClung was last year, where last year he saved the dunk contest. When he came out there for Philly and played in dunk contest, he was so explosive and crazy that he saved the dunk contest. Then he came out, He wasn't as explosive last year because we saw him last year, but he was still really nice. He did go back-to-back dunk contest champion because he hit a he had Shaq put on his old high school jersey and dunked over top of him. Like, didn't have him hunched down or anything, cleared him and dunked him. Like, so it was pretty cool. I felt like somebody else could have probably made the finals had they not gotten screwed over compared to Jaylen Brown, but I'm sure that they made an agreement with him or something that he had to make it to the final round since he was the first big name to make the to participate in the dunk contest for a long time. Like, we've had some bum ass people do the dunk contest aside from 2020 when Dennis Smith Jr. No, I'm gonna get that name wrong. Derek Jones Jr. He played for Miami compared to Aaron Gordon in 2020, and again, Aaron Gordon got screwed out of the dunk contest because they were going they were going shot for shot, 50, 50, 50, 50. And you know somebody was going to get scrutinized for getting a 49, which they did. They gave Aaron Gordon a 49. One judge gave him a 49, and the other one got full 50s, which ended up being the dunk contest champion, Derek Jones Jr., which I feel bad for Aaron Gordon. Like he said, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, he's done it for so many years. Like, him and Zach LaVine went round for round, went shot for shot in 2016. That will go down as like the best dunk contest that I've seen in my years. Like, that dunk contest went crazy. Especially when Aaron Gordon hit under the legs over top of the mascot and dunked it. It was nuts. But, so I hate to see it. I hate to see that Aaron Gordon get screwed out of it. And I really don't think he will come back to the dunk contest. But I would like to see more stars kind of participate in it. Like maybe a Ja Morant or a Zion Williamson. However long he's going to be in the league if he doesn't get his weight under control.
Yeah.
But it was a good Saturday. I think it really was. It came down to it. A good change of pace moment with the NBA versus the WNBA and whatnot. Which tonight is the All-Star game, which Bam Adebayo is replacing Joel Embiid on the starting lineup because he's injured. Which is nice to see. But I'm excited to see what happens next year for the All-Star weekend again, especially because it's in San Francisco, I think. So that'll be nice. The next topic should be maybe not. Next topic, I'll let you take the lead, is WWE 2K24 ratings and Elimination Chamber.
Oh, yes, sir. I forgot to pull the ratings up.
I have them ready if you want me to go over them real quick.
Oh, no, it's good. I mean, you can if you want to. I'm just going to have them pulled up because I totally spaced to pull that up.
Way to go.
I know.
You can,
There we go. There we go.
You can go ahead. As Harry Potter, movies once said. Take it away, Aaron.
All right, so the WWE 2K24 official ratings for the roster. It says 2K has begun roster reveal by revealing the ratings for WWE superstars on their Instagram in collaboration with Xavier Woods, Up Up Down Down. WWE and 2K officially revealed a few wrestlers' ratings for WWE 2K24. Starting off, we have Rhea Ripley, aka Mommy, who is at an overall of 96. And I believe she was, a 90 last year, if I'm not mistaken. I could have pulled that up too, but
keep going.
Let me. Okay, and then we have Dominic Mysterio at an 83, and I also believe he was just a tad bit lower last year, or might have been around the same mark. And then we have The Miz, overall 81. She was a 90?
She was a 90.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
And then we have, oh no, you're good. And then we have Logan Paul coming in at an overall of 90, which I have to say is well deserved because I mean, look at his fucking performances from just his past few matches. Like, goddamn. And then we have Zelina Vega at 74, Kevin Owens at 86, and honestly, I don't know how I feel about that overall rating. Like, it's fair, but I feel like it could have been just a tad bit higher.
Maybe like an 88.
Yeah. Like, that's my only problem with it. Like, yeah, I get he hasn't, like, done much.
Yeah.
But I think it deserves to be just a tad bit higher than an 86. But that's just me. And then we have Tiffany Stratton at a 79. Alba Fire at 74. And I guarantee as this year progresses after WrestleMania, we'll probably get, you know, a better rating for Alba Fire, because I do think they have a lot of stuff planned for her. And yeah, so that being said, that's all we have right now for ratings, because I am not seeing anything else. But the good news is I do want to say this. I fucking called it. Just because when I would play GM mode on 2K23 on my Xbox One, I would literally always draft one singular person to SmackDown. Do you know who that man was, Devin? Braun Breaker.
Oh, yeah.
Who has just been officially signed over to SmackDown.
All right.
And I cannot wait to see what that man does over on SmackDown. But to kind of change the direction here, we're going to go into the pre-order for 2K24. We're going to talk about what each edition has. Obviously, cross-gen digital edition just has, you know, your typical Nightmare Family Pack. You know, Dusty Rhodes 76, plus a My Faction card, Stardust, Undashing Cody Rhodes, Superstar Billy Graham, Mattel Cody Rhodes Bruised playable character and My Faction card, and a Pharaoh Manager My Faction card. And then it looks like it says WWE 2K23 Standard Edition, digital pre-orders and digital edition. Then you just have your standard edition of 2K24, which comes with the Nightmare Family Pack when you pre-order it. And then 2K24 Deluxe Edition. This will now feature 2 women superstars, as we all know, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley on the cover. You can either pre-order the digital or physical copy. You get a 1 month of Peacock with purchase, and I believe that goes for all the pre-orders. And then this one has the 3-day early access starting on March 5th, 2024. Nightmare Family Pack, which I've already went through. The Deluxe Edition content, which includes a Season Pass, 5 DLC packs, My Rise Mega Boost, Supercharger, Supercharger, Rhea Ripley My Faction Gold Card, Bianca Belair My Faction Gold Card, Rhea Ripley Alt-Attire and Bianca Belair Alt-Attire, and it comes with 2K24 bonus content, which is the 2K23 Standard Edition. So it looks like your boy's going to be getting a 2K23 Standard Edition along with his pre-order. If I don't go for the physical edition.
I didn't really get into My Faction because I feel like it's just a cop-off of, like, NFL.
I was about to say,
Ultimate.
I tried it, but I couldn't really get into it. Like, it's not my cup of tea.
No.
I mean, maybe I'll try it out this year. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
And then you have the, 40 Years of WrestleMania edition, and I'm actually surprised they actually did remove Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, they ain't messing around
cover.
with that shit.
They ain't messing around. But you do get the go ahead.
I said I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of Brock. They remove Brock Lesnar beating Undertaker's undefeated streak.
It wouldn't surprise me. But then again, that just means Roman Reigns retired Undertaker.
He deserved beating the streak more than Brock Lesnar did. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar always. Yeah. Brock Lesnar was already a big star at that point, and beating the streak really did nothing for him. It did not make him any bigger. It just made him more hated.
No.
At that point,
yeah,
he was just more hated.
Oh yeah.
If you give somebody like
And
Roman
then-
Reigns the time, like he beat the streak, then yeah, he's the big dog on the yard. Like
Yeah.
that would have been more believable if he beat that motherfucker when he was like, he would have been
Right. Right.
Because at that point,
And
his
then-
undefeated streak was already beaten, so they were just like, whatever.
Yeah. And so we have the 40 years of WrestleMania edition.
Now,
Pre-order, obviously digital. There's no physical pre-order. This includes 3-day early access, Nightmare Family Pack, Deluxe Edition content, and the 40 years of WrestleMania pack, which includes Showcase Superstars roster unlock, WrestleMania 40 Arena, Macho King Randy Savage WrestleMania 6 attire, I'm going to assume, Rey Mysterio WrestleMania 22, Triple H WrestleMania 30, Charlotte Flair WrestleMania 33, Rhea Ripley WrestleMania 36, and Gold My Faction for all cards of the above. And it also states exact release date of 40 years of WrestleMania bonus pack content to be announced post-launch and subject to change. And then again, it also includes the WWE 2K Standard Edition digital pre-orders only. And so with that being said, that's all we have right now for the game itself. And we don't know too much about it, but I do want to just keep everybody reminded, College Football 25 is making an appearance at some point in time, whether it be later this year or early next year. But I think it's going to be maybe later this year.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, dude.
No,
Hi,
it's
buddy.
appearance. Yeah, I'm excited they released that trailer for college football.
Yeah.
That said, no, we are actually making it. It's actually happening.
It's not a test.
They could have just
What's the
been like,
procedure?
fuck you.
What's the procedure? Everybody stay fucking calm.
Yeah. So I'm excited
And
for
then-
24 just as much as you are, I'm sure. It'll be
Yeah,
okay.
and then
It'll be exciting.
Then we also got to wake up at 3:30 a.m. this Saturday for Elimination Chamber.
Don't remind me.
That's going to be fun.
Suck.
I'm over here going, I have no idea who my... actually, I do have a pick for Elimination Chamber, just as, the storyline in my head should play out. Drew McIntyre wins it
I agree.
and goes on to WrestleMania.
Have they
40.
announced everybody for the women's elimination chamber?
Oh, let me go ahead and just search up the match card so far. Elimination Chamber 2024. Match card. I don't know why I just said it like that, but I did.
Yeah. Always.
Here we go. What was what?
I said, yeah, why'd you say it like that?
I got no idea. So obviously we all know who's in the men's match now. Drew McIntyre, Randy, Bobby, LA Knight, Kevin, and Logan Paul. Then we have Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Liv Morgan versus Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi versus TBA for the women's Elimination Chamber match. And I'm going to have to go with Becky Lynch on this one. Unless
I agree.
they decide to be cool about it and let Liv win.
Yes, that would be nice.
I do
She
want to
is on
see
her
how
revenge.
Naomi works in the Elimination Chamber, because it is, I'm pretty sure she's had one before, but it's been a while and I want to see what plans they have for her. And if she wins, cool. I'm here to see it.
Yeah.
Get some fresh faces in the women's championship
Yeah.
division, whatever. Then we have the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. I'm going with Ripley.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Same.
Undisputed Tag Team Championships, Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus British Strong Style. I'm not gonna lie. This might sound stupid and I might be totally wrong. Actually, no, I'm gonna just go with Judgment Day.
I was gonna say Judgment
Yeah.
Day. There ain't no Bray Wade.
Yeah. And then apparently
They're not
there's
gonna
going to
take the
be...
titles away from them yet until the downfall of Judgment Day.
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes and World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins to appear on the Grayson Waller effect. And it says these two are expected to address their partnership in the face of The Rock joining forces with the Bloodline after their dust up at the WrestleMania 40 kickoff press conference earlier this month. And then I guess it has.
I would have rather seen that match happen at Elimination Chamber.
Oh yeah, but I mean, if they're waiting for night one, then I'm here for it.
My only gripe with that, like how they've been reporting that, is that removes Bayley out of the main event, which is the point of winning the Royal Rumble.
Unless they have Bayley main event night one, and they have that match, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes versus the Bloodline at this fucking point.
Before that.
Yeah.
That would make sense. I would hope they do something like that, because that would kind of really take away from it, because that's the whole point of winning the Women's Royal Rumble, is to main event one of the nights at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah. And then it looks like on the list of the match card on CBSSports.com, they have it listed last. But we have the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus Jey Uso. I'm thinking main event Jey gets the job done.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
So
do I, dude. And I'm not going to lie, Gunther is probably the only heel that I respect.
Yeah. He doesn't really hate nobody. He just says, you ain't got shit on me, son. And then whoops your ass.
He don't need no distractions, really. And
yeah, he's more of the glory type heels. Like, you ain't got shit, son. Kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I do think main event Jey Uso gets the job done at Elimination Chamber. Perth.
That'd be
but yeah, those are my predictions.
I kind of agreed on just about every one of them.
Undisputed.
Well, yeah, you and I both know that we are in the head of Triple H. We know what he's doing.
Yeah.
We've said it before. We've done it before.
We think we are. We think we are. That's the thing.
But he is,
because we have been wrong. We have been wrong.
Yeah.
And that would be like season 1 of the D&N Show.
Yeah, where we thought we were part of it. We were wrong. So wrong.
We're in their head, man. We know what's going to happen. And then it backfired, and we're just sitting here going,
maybe not.
So we were wrong. Severely.
Well, I mean, it's the cerebral assassin at head of creations. Like,
yeah.
They don't call him the cerebral assassin for nothing. Like, let's be honest. Sorry, my dog's bothering me.
Oh, no, you're good. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I have game-wise and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think so, too.
Yeah.
We'll be excited. It'll be exciting to see.
Kinda sucks. Hopefully, I can't talk about football anymore.
7 months to go, buddy.
I know. It's gonna be a fun 7 months.
Hopefully we do another reactions video to WrestleMania this year.
Yes.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Maybe we just put one of our phones down and on a charger and live stream our reactions.
Ow! Get off me. I didn't just get my nuts stepped on by a dog.
It happens to me too.
Yeah.
Except my dog's like 65 pounds.
Yeah, true.
I'll trade you.
No. Like, when my fiance comes back, I said I was going to sell my dog for spare parts, just joking. She's like, if he's not here when I come back, you're dead. So if I'm gone, if I trade him, like
the D&N Show will turn into the N Show.
Yeah, because you take sole responsibility for the channel because I'm dead.
Yeah. I'll just be like, NTV, not MTV, NTV.
Copyright. I'm just kidding.
Just copyright.
But I think that's going to do it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. We don't got anything else to talk about. So, yeah.
Yep.
Have a good day. Have a good night. Whenever you're watching this. Don't forget.
Yeah, sure.
Don't forget to enjoy yourself. Subscribe, like, turn on the bell notifications. We didn't live stream a lot this last week because a lot of stuff was going on. We were both busy. But I'm gonna try to keep up on that now this week. Whenever you get your setup taken care of.
Yeah, because right now I'm not gonna lie to you, the games on my computer kind of boring me. So yeah,
all right.
Might be a while before I stream.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
As always, stay classy.
Stay classy, never trashy.
Stay classy, stay beautiful. We'll see y'all in the next one. Deuces.
Deuces.